Hello, so today we are going to do this problem, which is part of Leetcode daily challenge, minimum rounds to complete all tasks. So basically we get a zero indexed array of tasks where each tasks at position I represents the difficulty level of a task. And in each round you can complete either 2 or 3 tasks of the same level of difficulty, right? So you can complete, for example, 3 twos or 2 twos. And so the goal is to return the minimum number of rounds to be able to complete all tasks with this condition here, right? And if we can't, we want to return -1. Okay. So for example here, by the way, they don't have to be contiguous tasks. So here, for example, in the first round, we can complete 3 twos, 3 tasks of difficulty 2. The second round, we can complete 2 of difficulty 3, because there is no other 3 we can take, right? And then for the second one, we can complete 3 of 4. We can't complete all of them because we have this constraint of 2 or 3. And then the last round, we can complete 2 of 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 rounds. So that's what we have here. For this one, we can complete 2 threes, right? But for this 2, we can't, because we have to take 2 or 3 tasks of the same difficulty. So it's not possible, so return -1. So basically, if there is one occurrence remaining of some task difficulty, then we can't, then it's -1. We return -1 because we can't complete it. So that's the idea. Now, already what you saw here is what we did is we need to take the count of each difficulty, right? So that immediately tells you need a map for the count of a specific difficulty, right? So in Python, we can use just counter. And so we need definitely a counter. So let's call it occurrences. So that's in collections.counter of tasks, right? And what do we need to do with that? So we can just go through each task. So let's call it, it would be in the keys here, each unique task. So like this. Now what do we want to do? While the task count is bigger or equal to 2, right? That means we can still do a round with it, right? But if it's 1, we can't, because yeah, we have to take 2 or 3. And so what we can do here is, while the occurrence of t is bigger or equal to 2, we will keep taking until we exhaust all those occurrences of that specific task. So here we need the rounds, right? Now, we definitely here, whether we did some removing of some tasks, and remaining is 1. For example, if you have, let's say, I don't know, maybe you had 3. Or 3, we take it. But let's say we had 1 task there, or maybe 11, right? Would 11 be? Yeah, but let's say we had any number of tasks and we kept subtracting and we ended up with 1 remaining, or initially there was only 1. Then we want to return -1 because we can't accomplish that. So if it's equal to 1 ever, we want to return -1. Okay. Now here, what do we need to do? If it's 2, then let's just take it, right? If it's 2 or so if it's 2 elements, let's say, of the same task, so let's say we have t, then we just take it. What about if it's 4 elements? If it's 4, we also just want to take 2. Do 2 rounds and just take 2. We can't take 3, because if we take 3, then we'd have only 1 remaining, and that's not, we'll end up returning -1. But if we take 2 each time, then we'll end up with just 2 rounds and it will work, right? So for 2 and 4, we know that we will take 2, right? Now for the rest, right? For the rest, let's say maybe we have 5. It's always better to take 3 first, right? And then what you get remaining would be 2. Okay. Let's say for 6, you can try multiple examples. So for 6, it's always better to take 3 again, because then we can take just 2 threes, right? For 7, if we had 7, then we'll take 3, right? And then we'd have 4, and so we'll end up taking 2, 2, right? So it end up working nicely, right? So that means here we can do this. If the occurrence is in 2 or 4, we know we want to take rounds of 2. And so what we are going to do is just rounds incremented by occurrence of t divided by 2, right? For 2 it would be 1 round, for 4 it would be 2 rounds. And then we will set it up to 0 because we already took all of them in this count here. Now otherwise, it's always better to first take 3 and then recurse again and see if we are in this case, take 2, if not, take another 3, right? And so here what we are going to do is occurrence of t is going to be -3. And then our rounds just increase it by 1 because we just took 3 tasks. Okay. And then at the end we just want to return rounds. Okay. So let's run this. Looks good. Let's submit. And that passes, right? Now just to clarify here one thing. So what will happen, for example, for 7 is we will enter here. If you have occurrence equal to 7, then we'll enter here. We'll remove 3, and then we have 4 remaining, and so next iteration we'll enter here and just do 2. And so that's exactly what we want. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now in terms of yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this problem. Please like and subscribe, and see you on the next one. Bye.